In today's video, I want to show you just how easy it is to go from $1,000 in profit to $10,000 in profit, selling products on Amazon, utilizing online arbitrage as your business model. Now, look, looking in from the outside, maybe you haven't even sold your first dollar. I guess the point of this video is to show you that it's infinitely scalable. There's really no cap. I guess there is a cap, but in terms of like 10K, 15K, 20K profit, 6,000 profit months, it's really the exact same thing over and over again. There's only one KPI that you really need to track, one thing that you need to be paying attention to in order to hit your goals with Amazon, and it is your spend. Okay, so before I should go ahead and show you how I'm actually finding products to sell, how I'm able to find so many things that allow me to spend the money that I need to, please just realize that it's literally spend. All you need to do is reverse engineer the process from your sales to how much you spent to your profit, and then you can go ahead and figure out how much profit you're actually going to be making selling products on Amazon. Okay, $10,000 is definitely a lot of money, and in order to make $10,000 a month in profit, you need to be spending money on inventory. So if you don't have a lot of money on inventory, this is the exact same process to make $4,000 in cash flow, $3,000 a month, $5,000. Okay, again, I'm not here to tell you you're going to be a millionaire from Amazon. I'm just here to prove to you that it's very easy to build a cash flow machine on Amazon utilizing online arbitrage. If you can commit several months to this business, it is definitely doable, and it is the same exact process at 2K profit as it is at 10K profit. Simply, we're just buying more products. So I want to just demonstrate what that really looks like here. We can reverse engineer, and then again, I'm going to show you some winning products, and also I'm going to show you how to find those winning products yourself so you can go ahead and implement this. So let's just say, for example, we want to start with $1,000, and this is going to be $1,000 in profit. Okay, how do we actually make $1,000 in profit? Then how can we do the same thing for $10,000? So in order to make $1,000, typically a very average number in terms of Amazon is going to be about, let's just say 30% ROI on a product, but more so for me and people I work with, we like to actually shoot for 40% plus, especially if they move a little bit slower. So 40% ROI, this would mean that we need to spend about, let's take a look, $1,000 times, or we'll do divided by 0.4, means we need to spend right around $2,500 on inventory to profit $1,000 if we're buying products at a 40% ROI. Okay, so that's really not that much money to make $1,000, right? Obviously with online arbitrage, we buy inventory, we sell inventory, that is where our profit is coming from. So we need to be spending $2,500 in spend in order to make our profit in this example $1,000 at a 40% ROI. Okay, this is what our input must be in order to hit this. So now in order to hit, if we want to do $10,000 in profit, we're going to need to spend about, based on these numbers, about $25,000 to make that much money. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, I don't have 25K to spend on inventory. Look, there's ways to get money. Okay, as long as you have some liquid to back it, you can use business credit cards to put that money on. That is what most of my students do. That is exactly what I did. That is what I did when I was originally scaling to hit 6-figure months by my 9th month. It was simply with business credit cards. I like Amex. There's better ones nowadays, but that's just what I use myself. So we know that this is what we need to be tracking in order to make 10K profit. So right now, your sole goal, if you're brand new, would be to make your first $1,000 in profit. So $2,500 worth of spend. Now we need to just break this down into a daily spend to make this as extremely easy as possible for us to hit, so it's foolproof. So if we need to spend $2,500 a month to make $1,000 in profit, we need to be spending about $83 every single day on inventory. So if we can just sit down at the computer and spend $83 a day, we will eventually get to this point right here. We're making $1,000, okay? And then vice versa, we want to make 10K profit. We need to be spending about $800 and let's just say $30 every single day. And then we will go ahead and we will hit 10K profit, okay? This is the literal only KPI that you need to be tracking is your spend, okay? Nothing else. If you can track your KPI and you're decent at analysis and you know what you're looking at, you're not just like blindly buying products and you actually properly analyze them, then there's no reason why you're not going to be hitting your profit goals. Okay, I can't stress this enough. Literally, when I was scaling, the process of scaling, I go watch my video I posted last month. I'll link it down below of literally my steps, my first month, second month, third month, all the way to my 9th month where I hit my first 6-figure month. I show you the numbers, I show you the products, everything. The only thing that I was paying attention to during those months, I promise you, was literally just my daily spend. So some days I would sit down and it was hard for me to source. Okay. I had my VA that was helping me out. Again, this is something I implemented about like my 5th month. I had a VA helping me. I looked through her products. I would use some of those products. I would spend about $600 on the stuff she sent me. Then I needed to spend another $900. So at the time, my spend goal was $1,500 every single day. That was my spend goal. So I'd spend $600 for my VA's products. Then I'd have a remainder of $900 to buy or to spend that day. So what I would do is go to Seller Board and I see, what did I sell yesterday? Okay. There'd be a ton of products that I was selling through. I'm like, okay, well, I can buy some of these. I can buy some of those. I'm running low on these. Let me buy some of those. So now $800 goes to replenishing some products. So now I just spent so far $600 for my VA. Then I spent another $800 worth of replen. So now I'm left with $100 to spend. I source for 2 seconds or 10 minutes and I find another product and I buy 10 units and there you go. I spent $100 and I add another product to my catalog and now I've spent $1,500. Okay. Every single day I was doing this and I was tracking it. And this is what led me to my guaranteed results because I was never over leveraging. And I have plenty of videos on here going over all these. I was never over leveraging a crazy amount of inventory. I wasn't buying hundreds of units of things. I was buying 10 to 20, enough to last me maximum a month. So I have quick inventory turn. Okay. If you have quick inventory turn, you can actually use this daily spend to predict your profits. Okay. And this is obviously as long as you're analyzing properly, you're giving yourself some cushion, you're using the 90% RTR rule, which I talked about last video, where we are making sure that we are 90% in our favor to make money. That's our 90% RTR, stands for 90% risk to reward ratio. Is a product going to remain profitable when you get it checked in? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go in depth on it today because I did that last video, but pretty much all it is I'm making sure that by the time my product gets checked in, it is going to remain profitable or at the very least break even. I will never go under a break even on any products. Sometimes in the beginning it will happen, but as long as you get better at analyzing, you're making much better decisions and that won't be the case anymore. So if we can stick to this thing in mind, our spend, and you actually stick to it on a daily or at the very least weekly basis, I can promise you will see results like this. So now the biggest question of all, how do you sit down and source products? Look, I've said it so many times. I have videos I posted a year ago of me doing live sourcing. Reverse sourcing is by far the easiest method of finding new products to sell on Amazon. And it's not even close. Okay, it's literally not even close. If you are brand new, this is the only method that you should be starting with. People want to be selling crazy stuff off sales, but it's like you haven't found the sale yet. Okay, if you want to find products to sell off of sales that are consistently running, you need to reverse source to learn the market. And I say this often, it's like reverse sourcing teaches you how to learn the market, build your store out in the beginning, and then you can use tools like Keep a Product Finder to really milk out those sales, add more products from those sales, and those products begin to slowly turn into like those replenishable products that are in stock more. But either way, the products we find reverse sourcing, like I'm about to show you right now, are still products that remain in our catalog, but they might not be in the catalog all year. They might be in stock for a month, then we hold off because competition comes on, it tanks a bit, but I'm tracking that product. So as soon as it bounces back up and now it's trending back up because the offers are falling, I'm buying it again. So just because I found it once doesn't mean it goes to waste when it tanks. I'm buying it again a couple months later. And again, it's going back to what I mentioned in the beginning of this video. I spent a couple $100 for my VA's products, and then I spent another $900 from old products that I'm restocking, right? So these products that are trending back up could literally be added to that next day's spend. So you can see this compounds, and this gets so easy if you stay consistent with it and you do this daily after a couple months, because now it's on autopilot. Now you're running a business on autopilot. Your VA is buying, sending you products you're buying. You are buying your old products that you're replenishing. And now you, instead of spending $1,500 from yourself sourcing, you can just go in there and spend $200 and hit your spend goal. And it only takes you 20 minutes instead of 3 hours because, again, you've built the foundation and you have it in place, and that's a system that you're building on Amazon. So how do you go ahead and start finding products? Well, I want to show you some examples of winning products so you can see what a winning product looks like, because some of you might be brand new and you have no idea what a winning product even looks like. So, for example, a Bob's Red Mill wheat bran 16 ounce. This is in a pack of 4. This listing sells about 100 times a month. We can actually buy this listing or this product from Vitacost directly. It's a 16 ounce 1-pack for $309, so we're paying $309. It's a 4-pack times 4, it's $1236, but you can see right here we're saving 15%, so we're going to multiply it by 0.85. We're paying about $10.50 per unit. It looks like we can also stack an additional coupon on top. The VA sent me an additional coupon we can add on top, but let's just say we're paying $10.50 either way out the door. The reason I'm using $28.35 as my sale price here is because that is the lowest FBA offer. So We're really only competing mainly with 2 FBA sellers. There's plenty of sales to happen on this listing. Now, before you buy a product like this, you would need to analyze it. And again, analysis I went over a lot in the last video, so I'm not going to go much into it. Instead, I want to show you more so how to actually source off of some winners. So this would be a winning product right here that I came across. Now, I wouldn't recommend sourcing off this. A lot of people are going to see this, and I'm guessing a lot of people are also going to go ahead and implement it. So I just want to show you what it looks like. And for new sellers, this would be an example of a product that I might go and I might buy 10 units of, and this would equate to about $100 worth of spend, right? $10.50 per unit times 10, $105 in spend. Now that already alone, if you're trying to make your $1,000 in profit, is already hit. You already hit that for the day just off this one product alone, okay? And again, finding products is very easy. I'm going to show you. But here's another example of a winner. This Whitman's Russell Stover Sampler Chocolate Box. It sells for $43.83. Does very well during December. It can actually be purchased from Walgreens for $24.99. As everyone knows, Walgreens actually runs discounts pretty much all the time. They always have 25% off, 20% off. They have a welcome 25% code that you can pretty much keep recycling. So we're looking at $24.99 times 0.75. $18.74, it's making us about a 62% ROI, right? So this is already above our target 40% that we're really working with here, but instead, we're making a bit more. So this gives us a lot of cushion, right? Obviously, we don't expect to sell it here. I can't buy it today and expect to sell it here. The market changes so fast. But I have a lot of room to give. So even if this does drop to $38, I'm still at about a 35% ROI, right? That's that 90% RTR that I'm really referring to, is making sure you have a lot of cushion in your products and you never expect to sell it here, right? If this was, let's just say, this was exactly 20% today at time of purchase, that would be far too risky because we don't have enough wiggle room in there. I wouldn't buy a product that's only 20% ROI, especially if it's going to take a couple weeks to get checked in. Okay, that is way too risky to do so. So again, that really refers back to that analysis portion. But let's say we find a product like this from Walgreens and we want to find more products potentially from Walgreens or other arbitrage products. What we can do is come into SellerAmp and see some other sellers in here and go ahead and open up some of their stores and begin sourcing and seeing what else they have, right? This is the reverse sourcing method, where essentially we're just copying other sellers that are on these listings that we're selling. So we can see right here that this seller has all these different categories. They have all these different brands. And you can begin to start picking up these brands over time. Okay, this takes repetition to really learn the market. And the reason we're doing this again, going back to what I mentioned, is because we want to learn the market. So for example, we see this product right here, the spiced apple cider instant drink mix. This is potentially arbitrageable. We don't really know yet. All I know is that there are about 33 sellers on here. It does sell over 1,000 times a month. And it looks like the current buy box is $14.39. It's highlighted. So we could potentially sell this for more because there's a lot of demand here. So let's say we need to source it for less than $5.75. I'll do a simple Google search, see if it's profitable anywhere. Looks like Walmart has it for $2.48. Now this is a 2-pack, so we have $2.48 times 2, and this one isn't quite profitable. It's right there, it's really close. What I could try and do is find a discounted gift card. And now from my experience, I know that Walmart typically has like a 5% minimum, so we can throw that on. And even with that, it's still not really enough for me to go ahead and purchase personally, at least for my criteria check. You might have a different one, but for me, this wouldn't really pass. But you can already see that we're already in the right track. We've already found a product that's really close, which means the seller most definitely is probably doing arbitrage. So there's no reason why we can't go through more of these products and find more products in here that are also going to be working for us. Right, here's another example. It's Beverly Hills Polo Club 5-piece. Looks like it's a hazmat product. I am approved to sell hazmat, so I could potentially sell it up here at $39.79. We can even see that it has been selling there consistently. So I have a lot more wiggle room here, $27 for this product. I can do a search and see if it's profitable anywhere. It looks like it might be on Walgreens for 15 bucks. Let me do another Google search like this. Yeah, it looks like it's on Walgreens for $15. Again, another one that sells extremely well. Buy one, get one 50% off. Wow, this is potentially a home run product actually. This sells extremely well. 400 plus a month. That's a very fast mover. This is actually a new listing. We can actually see what's going on here. It looks like a lot of new offers, but again, I'm not too concerned because this sells so fast. Okay, this is moving ridiculously quick. So I can come in here, buy this for 15 bucks, buy one, get one 50% off. Okay, so what are we paying for this? We are paying 15 times 1.5 divided by 2. We're paying about $11.25 plus an additional 15% off. We're paying about $9.56 for this product. Okay, even if I need to sell it at this price right here, we're still making a ton of money. But me, I would price this thing at like 40 bucks. Wow, this is a really, really good product. This is the right product. Okay, like you can just see, like, I'm one taking this, okay? I didn't go in here and look through these products beforehand. I'm literally one taking this. Some of these products I have seen before just because I sit down and I source often, whether I'm working with students or not, and I'm sourcing with them or finding products. So I see a lot of these products, consistently. But here's the thing. Look at this. The first 2 products on this seller's page are already profitable. Potentially these other ones down here could also be profitable if I were to go through these. But this is the process of reverse sourcing. This is why it works so well, is because we're literally just taking someone else's work and implementing it for ourselves. Now, you have to know how to analyze a product after. Just because it's profitable does not mean we want to buy it. So analysis is also very important. Again, I can't stress that enough. You can't just buy something because it's profitable today. Does not mean it will be in a week or 2 weeks by the time it gets checked in. But you can see the opportunity where they lie. There's plenty of opportunity on these pages. And this is literally the only method I did for my very first, probably year and a half of doing Amazon, was just this, okay? I promise you this is the easiest way if you're brand new. I would begin implementing this today if you are struggling to source. And I really want to go back to this point right here of getting to your 10K profit. It's literally the exact same as getting to $1,000 in profit, except we're just spending more money. I promise you that is the only thing. And throughout this process, right, it's going to take you several months to really build up to spending a lot of money, because now you're restocking, you have a VA, so it's not going to happen immediately. But as it gradually happens, you implement things like your repricer, right? You implement Aura, then you implement Seller Board so you can start better restocking your products. Then you implement 2D workflow to get cheaper shipping, better rates with Amazon Optimize, and you really start to fine tune your business. That's pretty much how it's done, and that's how I did it myself. That's why I'm making this video, to show you, and I'm serious. I'm going to keep saying it. Your spend is all you should be worried about. You might be worried about the wrong things, but really the only thing you should be tracking up front is your spend. And then once you sell through those products, then you need to go look at your margin and everything else, see how many returns you got. Some products you might not make as much as you expected, but it's okay because we didn't go too deep, right? We're testing products and we can cut those out. We don't have to restock them later, but you really only look at that once you've originally established your catalog and really built out your store. So I mentioned a lot of times, right, there's systems that need to be implemented to get here. If you want my personal help with all this, if you want me to sit down with you over Zoom, build out your storefront with you, find products together, show you exactly how I'm sourcing, give you some tips and tricks that I don't necessarily share on my YouTube, show you some sales that I buy off of, all that kind of stuff. There's a calendar link down below. Book in a call, we'll chat. I'm going to give you a run through of what my program looks like. And again, it is a program, but it's one-to-one coaching. So it's me and you sitting down and doing this all together, implementing the systems, building out your store, making this as easy as possible. So if you want extra cash flow with Amazon and you want it done correctly the first time without making silly, stupid mistakes, and you are ready to work, okay? I'm here to help, but it takes a lot of work on anyone's end. Obviously, this is a business that's extremely profitable if done correctly, so it does take a lot of work, but it's really not that complicated to learn. I have students crushing it. I mean, just real quick, Alex, brand new. This is his 3rd month. Where is it? This is Alex's 3rd month, and I promise you it's his 3rd month at 40K. I can show you right here that a couple weeks ago, he posted this. September was his 1st month. This was his 2nd month, 20K. Now this was in November, and he did 40K finishing off November. He probably finished this month with 60K plus in sales. So look, he worked really, really, really hard. Okay, this doesn't happen for everyone, doesn't happen for most people, but it is definitely doable if you're ready to sit down and actually put in the work that's required, and I'm here to help if that's something that you're looking for. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is literally how you can start making 10K plus profit a month. It takes some work, but it does work if you're willing to actually work for it. See you guys next week. See ya.